PJ Fleck said we're not taking anyone lightly. That'll be very key today.
Kind of coming out in a four-wide set here. A great opportunity to go against, this Minnesota secondary here.
Shotgun look to start things off. Picked off to begin things. And it's a pick six right out of the gates. John Nestor on the opening play. It's a lightning quick start for Minnesota. Some pretty quick, good film on display early.
Yeah, we see that cut block there from NSU's offense line that we alerted, and John Nestor was ready. He was reading.
They send Hicks out in motion. They'll flip it to him in the flats. Open field tackle made on the edge there by Coy Parrish, who played 44 snaps deep. Gophers' passing defense has been excellent over the last decade under PJ Fleck. And just a run here up the middle, not much doing. They'll hand it off to establish the ground game early here in the pads. Popping, and Darius Taylor moving the 30 carries, 141 yards last week. Here's some of that pre-snap motion you were looking for when we were watching film yesterday. We go to the handoff, and it's quickly bottled up. Lindsey, quick pass, caught by Cam Davis. They like to use these backs in first down there.
Yeah, move the chains. Gotta love it when you have these backs that are great out of the.
You can hear Lindsey really commanding the offense. Dumps it off, checks it down. Taylor, again, utilizing those legs after the catch.
Oh, we love
checks it up at the line. Handoff here. Nice little jump cut from A.J. Turner this time, creasing through people and getting down inside of the red zone. It's far more challenging than people think. He'll hand it off. Darius Taylor has the edge, and Taylor will capitalize inside of the red zone. Our replay here. Again, just kind of pulls up. No contact as he was getting close to the pylon. Didn't. Bring Bibber in motion, run to that side. There were whistles prior, but the touchdown signals are up. Zone infraction, doesn't matter. Gophers go up 13-0.
They talked about wanting to establish the run game in football.
Old school way to score the second touchdown of the game. Sets Johnson back. It's already in a tough situation. Floated back dangerously. Immediate contact timed up once again. That's going to be an incomplete. They can let this crowd get into it on 3rd and 14. Pressure comes and arrives. 80% of these players are out of high school, and the cohesiveness you can really see on display already through a game and change in tight there. 3 of 3 start for Lindsey. They'll hand it off. A.J. Turner going downhill that time when Lindsey time to throw. Wants the end zone. Wants Loya out of his reach. This time it was Tracy in motion. Roll it out, looking for the back. They got him. It's Cam Davis. Inside of the 10. Kept that alive. Brockington was in motion. Brockington has it. Brockington is into the end zone.
On the Athletics freak list, this is just a jet option play. You can see this a lot in 2000.
664 pounds, a record squat for Minnesota receivers, by the way. His new defensive coordinator this year, Danny Collins, who's been with them since the Western Michigan days. This pass dumped off. Immediately the contact. That's an outstanding number. 0 missed tackles. There's a big emphasis in the offseason, and you see it again right here. They started every practice with tackle, or he might be the one getting tackled in practice because he plays both ways.
He can do it all. He's got the split jersey in practice, much like Travis Hunter did at Colorado.
Pressure again on Johnston. Dumps it off again. Immediately tackle made up. Put up. More calls up at the line of scrimmage. Lindsey, strong throw, and he has Parrish. Mentioned he plays both ways. Here he is offensively in the receiving game. It's a gain of 24, sets up shop. 1st and goal, looking for the edges. Cam Davis, stretched for the pylon. Right now, looks like they're marking him just short.
And the ball goes out of the back of the end zone. It goes to the other team, right? It's no longer your ball. So Coach PJ Fleck has a rule that you are not allowed ball out unless it's a dire situation. I bet Cam Davis wanted to do that, but his training took over in that moment.
See all sorts of mishaps nowadays right down by the goal line. Want to avoid that. They work on it in practice, and they work on this in practice too. Easy for Lindsey, hop-stepping into the end zone for another minute.
Through. Gotta love seeing his son use his legs. We've seen it on the sneak already. Quarterbacks.
You watched your film earlier. You had a couple of those scampers into the end zone.
They were
storm the field, big day, great momentum for them. Big hit onto the edge, and the ball is jarred loose. It's a live football. It is picked up, and there's a scoop and score.
Covered by the defense, Troy, touchdown.
Matt Kingsbury picked it up.
That's havoc. You're going to see Zaquan Bryan here bite the ball with his face mask, absolutely make a great hit. And then in this situation, this is one they practice. Is it city or country? Can I scoop and score? Do I?
An interception on defense and wanted to make sure that was going to be in trend all season long. You started the day on the very first play of the game, the pick six, as ever, if not more, because you want to build on last week. No matter who the opponent is, the standard is there. No matter what stage of the game. They flip it out to Cam Davis. He's been big in the passing game so far. Out of the backfield, and that continues right here. Snap it to Lindsey again. 3-step drop, big throw for him. Once Javon Tracy, touchdown!
What a throw by Lindsey. The big arm in display here.
It was a beautiful throw. Saw some gorgeous dimes last week. That was a part of the reasons why he chose to come to Minnesota instead of staying down south. This lofted up, and it's picked off. Second pick of the day.
This guy's really smart.
And fun watching him work up there pre-snap. They'll hand it off. Nice cut. Oh, and then a near hurdle. A.J. Turner.
Boy have done a phenomenal job with the touches that they've got, whether it's been on an outside zone, a run play, or
it's one of those situational things they wanted to work on this week, finishing drives. Oh, what a cut there. And it leads to what should be a touchdown. It is.
Talked about these backs and how these three guys outside of Darius Taylor today have done a great job. Look at that cut. Dan Nickel, the strength coach, they work on
49 zip, but still 10:43 to go. High punt, may have some space. He does. Trying to make the first man miss. Turns on the Jets. Gets to the 40. Got a block at the 50 and creeps just inside. They were not taking Northwestern State lightly today. They'll flip it back to Ijaboy. Has blocks set up. Has a couple of blocks set up. Tracy leading the way, and Ijaboy steps into the end zone. 22 yards.
Quarterback, your first drive, you throw a passing touchdown. This is actually the same play they ran earlier to Cam Davis that they lost some yards off of a penalty by Dylan Ray. When you have athletic line style approach.
Daniel Jackson. Low kick. This will have to be carried out of the end zone, putting Northwestern State in really bad field position.
Whole game. So you see here in this situation, get out of the way and let it bounce into the end zone. He tries to approach it and return it, misses, the catch there, and now as it gets behind him, he's got to advance the ball out of the end zone. This is, again, a learning opportunity for North.
Johnston will hand it off, just looking for breathing room, and going to see where they mark the forward progress. They'll mark it down just outside of the goal line. And here ball came out. Initially had some breathing room. So now brings Shikonjansky and the offense back out. A little trickery here in the motions. Now a little under 5 to play in this first half. Shikonjansky going to hand it off again. Edgeboy inside of the 10. Following in the footsteps of Mark Crawford. Hand off, one broken tackle, and two, you mentioned Northwestern State.
Especially right now.
Quick catch. First time we've seen some rhythm and tempo from half. Felt important. Shikonjansky's first throw is complete over along the sideline. Really efficient day. It was fun hearing him call the command up the line of scrimmage. Deep throw here, and it is caught down inside of the 15. Few snaps now. So a lot of Femi Ijiboy earlier on in that opening half. Keeper this time. There's that point guard depth footwork.
Yeah.
That you were. Daniel Jackson. Johnston thought about keeping it, then opted to pitch it. A little option game there. To hear that shift, that was something, Tanner, you were looking for. Just the different chess match of adjustments.
And, you know, traditionally a morning practice team, now they're looking at the evening practices, and really a testament to Coach Fleck and, you know, the administration here on doing whatever it takes to win in the margins, like, or run out of this.
You see, they try to run through the hole, found it. Nice gap down inside the 25. Grant Washington, who got some carries. Go back to the ground again, straightforward downhill. Whitkey fakes it one way, goes the opposite direction. Lanier, and he finds the end zone. And this one negates the touchdown.
Yeah, I mean, it negated a long, explosive.
Knotted up 13-13 right now. We'll keep our eyes on that one. Potential touchdown. No, it's intercepted in the end zone. Dump it off out of the flat.
Had 0 snaps last week against Alcorn State, but what can you do with an opportunity?
3rd and 6, more pressure from the Golden Gophers. Loaded out. Ryan Hicks on the catch and the run after to pick up a first down. Trying to pin Northwestern State. This one, though, rolls
in Louisiana for them before they got on the plane.
Yeah, just a week ago, the tents are actually flying up right now on the Northwestern State sideline. Anderson going to keep it, run forward. We saw what felt like NFL-type throws last week against Buffalo. More of that today. Up the middle goes Grant Washington, moving. Have not eclipsed 70 points since 1926. They're not. Washington once again gets to the 5. The lack of turnovers, forcing turnovers. They forced 4 today. Right now, going forward on 4th and 1, another situational type play, and Northwestern State